just talk about a few things, and I really want y'all to give me your comments. But don't forget, like, subscribe, hit that bell notification button so you know when I'm on. All right, so the federal government has been shut down since October the 1st, 2025. Of course, because Congress couldn't come to terms. Well, I have my understanding of why. But under the shutdown, and I will go back to that, federal agencies implemented contingency plans that allow only certain activities to continue. Typically, those things that are deemed essential or already funded, while many discretionary programs stop. Federal workers are furloughed. They sent home without getting a dime. And new funding authorizations are put on hold. All right. That's a conversation piece, but we're going to move right on along. Funding the programs that are mandatory or already funded in advance may continue. But again, many discretionary grants, services, monitoring, and administrative work are disrupted. Now, let's look at this right here. How does this affect America broadly? Here's some key facts that I looked up. And, let me know if you agree, disagree. Hey, let's have some dialogue. Federal workers and contractors. Many employees are furloughed without pay, which reduces household income, dampens consumer spending, and creates uncertainty for those and their families. Y'all done been to the grocery store. You see how the prices on eggs and all of that stuff is. Yeah. Thanks to 47 and his administration. The economic drag. Analysts estimate that a shutdown of this length could cost the economy billions of dollars per week in lost output, delayed contracts, suppressed consumer demand, and weaker growth forecasts. But 47, he building the golden temple. He want to be like Putin and all those people that control their countries. That's what he wants to be. Yeah, I said it. He wants the White House, after tearing down the East Wing, he wants it to be like Mar-a-Lago. And we already know the party he had this past week. The 20s party, I believe it was called. Bannon already said, if y'all didn't listen, and if you didn't hear it, y'all better be ready, because if the Democrats control Congress, him along with everybody else in that room, they're going to jail. Yeah, let that sink in. All right, state and local ripple effects. While state and local government generally rely on state and local revenue, many programs they run depend on federal funding or grants. The shutdown makes those revenues uncertain, potentially forces states, localities to shift budgets, delay projects, or cut services. We already know what he's doing. We know what 47 is doing. Any blue state, you're not getting any federal funding. That's just all it is to it. Blue states aren't getting it. If you red, you getting federal funding for whatever. Not to mention, if we want to talk about dementia, yeah, he got dementia. He falls asleep. All you got to do is go to Midas Touch. Credit to Midas Touch. He showed the videos where he was asleep. Sleep. Again, administrative, and I'm not jumping off target, but I'm just talking, y'all. Pardon me. Administrative and regulatory stall. The shutdown suspends many federal regulatory oversight and grant-making processes. New grants are frozen. Enforcement of some laws may be paused. This has implications for further policy research and program launches. So we must remember, I forget the lady's name that won Congress in Arizona. But they don't want her to be sworn in because they know that for the Democrats, that'll be 218 votes. And some of the stuff that they're trying to do, we can thwart that. That's why Congress is shut down right now. That's why 47 knows we take over the House again, he'll be the third and fourth time impeached occupant of the House. And a jailbreaker. And a thug. And a convicted felon. Yeah. I said, this is Real Talk with KD Unfiltered. The grown and sexy show. Hey, shut down. It also causes some other problems that many people don't think about. And we're talking about the school system. K through 12. And to some extent, higher education and what school districts need to watch. Because you know they're not funding HBCUs. They're not giving no money to HBCUs. So we knew that in advance. But many core school operations are funded locally, state, local taxes, and will not immediately stop because of the federal shutdown. In fact, for many K-12 districts, federal funding is a minority share of their budget, depending on what state you live in. Red states, that right there, that doesn't tend to apply. Some major federal education programs like Title I for low-income schools and individuals with disabilities, Education Act, have their awards for 25-26 in place, but are being distributed, which helps private continuance. But again, I'm just gonna go back. It depends on what state you're in, with the gerrymandering of the maps and all that kind of stuff. You have to watch what they're doing. In Texas, if you're a U.S. citizen, they just passed a law. If you're a U.S. citizen, you have to vote for every election. Every election, you have to vote. I don't know how it is in your state, but they just passed a law. Abbott, you have to vote in every election. Inquiring minds want to know. We know who's directing him. And I'll say this. Don't be fooled by Marjorie Taylor Greene in my closing. If you watch her, whether you watch her on national news or whether you watch it on Roland Martin, Don Lemon, she's saying all the right things and disagreeing with 47. And the reason being is she wants to run for governor of Georgia. Not because she believes all the nonsense that she's talking. She wants to be the governor of Georgia. However, can't wait to November 2026 so we can rise once again. And then we have to clean up the mess that they have created. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification button. This is Real Talk with KD Unfiltered, the grown and sexy show. Let's get with it. Like and subscribe, y'all. Thank you. Y'all have a great day. Peace and blessings.